Don Getling and Gino Fonte.
Hello from Don Getling. Gino Fonte here on the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show every Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m., sharing with you, enlightening you, and motivating you to take action and help guide you to personal and financial wellness. And that's what we're here for today. We got a great show for you today, so do not, I always say turn that dial, but who has a dial these days on their radio? There's a few of you out there.
Push that button or speak into your headpiece or whatever it is you do these days to change your radio station.
Well, in case you have to step out of the car, of course I always say make sure you're stopped. You can actually listen, watch, and chat live with us by going to donandgino.com, DONANDGINO, and click on the Listen Chat Live button, and voila, there we are. And you'll see our handsome new guest here today. Joining us, Mr. Scott Hoolahan. Welcome to our Vault Media Studios, Mr. Scott.
Glad to be here. Thanks, Don. Thanks, Gino.
Wolfman Jack in here.
This is quite the studio. I'm impressed.
Very
I'm
cool.
Impressed.
I know that we had the luxury of having our regional VP actually in our studios, and he actually works in our office and rarely gets to see our studio.
It's the vault for a reason. We keep the door closed most of the time.
Yeah, this is when you see our expense report. Now you know what it went to.
Oh, I knew where it was going, and money well spent, gentlemen. Probably.
Yeah, you got to check out the Vault Media Studios. And the reason we call it the Vault Media Studios is because our location used to be the Bank of Santa Clarita. And they had this back room, which was perfect to build our own custom-built studio, which you have to check out. And this is where the safe used to be. And unfortunately, they took the money out.
They took the money. They took the safe, which I'm sure was a pretty penny. And they took the ATM machine, which was also on that back wall right there.
That would have been fun.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Can you imagine our guests going in going, cool, ATM machine. What do I get?
Well, it would have been nice to see the backside and how it works and figure out all the tricks.
No doubt about it. So if you're wondering now who you're talking to or listening to, it's the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. And today we have a great show. 2 hours of some of the best content you're going to get. Our second hour, we're bringing the #1 real estate professional in Santa Clarita for years and years and years and years. He is the ultimate professional. This guy knows what's going on in our industry because he does more transactions than anyone in our industry. I mean, we're talking hundreds of other real estate professionals come and listen to this guy talking. You get to hear the insider information about what's going to happen in 2014 in the real estate market today, and you're going to want to know what's going on. Neil Weichel is going to bring that to us.
You know what I love about Neil is he has no problem sharing his opinion. And like you just mentioned, that opinion is formulated by seeing hundreds and hundreds of transactions a year over year over year over year, and your opinion becomes a little, I don't want to say, it's honed in, right? So your opinion, you start to feel things, your intuition's a little stronger than most, so I can't wait to see what he's got to say.
Yeah, just like my wife's opinion. Anyways, all right, we have.
I'm not going to go there.
We have a really nice gift for you today because, as you know, the Santa Clarita Valley is very dedicated to our vets, and we have a wonderful campaign to enlighten you about that a lot of individuals across the nation, we're talking a lot of celebrities, a lot of good people are helping our vets in multiple ways. And we're going to talk about a campaign that Cherry Creek Mortgage is getting behind. Scott Hoolahan spearheaded this thing right off the get-go, and he's kicking us in the, you know what, with our boots. So that's what it's all about. It's called the Boot Campaign. And we're going to go into detail of how you can get involved in what the Boot Campaign's all about, why we're wearing boots in the studio today, and why we wear them on Fridays. So you're gonna see our shirts that say "Ask us about our boots." So we're gonna go into a little bit more about the Boot Campaign, and of course we always start off with our word on wealth.
And the word on wealth this week, actually, Don, one of the things that I think is critical that we've stepped away from for good reason. There were so many other factors that I said were skewing those numbers. Now we're starting to get a pretty good read on employment. And if you look at the employment numbers this morning, initial claims still low. You know, we look at trends a lot, still low, on the lower side of things, not at record lows, but still on low side of things, and that might paint for a pretty decent spring and summer number. The average claims are also low, so the trend is good. I like it. I think employment's on the mend.
Well, and as we've heard now for almost 3 years, jobs are important. And jobs are important to you. They're important to us. They're important to our community here. And without jobs, I'm sorry, it's going to be a tough road ahead. And luckily, we are seeing some jobs improve, but we're not out of the woods yet. that's what we're hearing. Now, a lot of people want to jump on the bandwagon and say we're all better, but a lot of you still want to get jobs, want new jobs, want better jobs. So we're hoping that it continues to improve for all of us here in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, notice I said on the mend. I don't say it's all good. I said it's on the mend, and there's going to be pockets, and there's something else that's interesting that I think we're going to start to see is the something that used to happen is these enterprises used to create these big businesses, and those big businesses used to last for 50, 60, 70 years, right? You have all the blue chips and all these large companies that have existed forever. I don't think you're going to have that anymore. You have all these boom and bust things that happen now. I mean, Garmin, 10 years ago, if you were investing in Garmin stock, you were making money hand over fist. Well, who needs a frickin' little doily navigation system anymore? It's either built into your car or built into the phone. I haven't seen a Garmin in, 2 years. So that was a company that was boom, money made hand over fist. Jobs created left and right, and all of a sudden, technology has just evaporated that whole industry.
It does change things quick. I remember this company, I don't know if you can remember back this far, but Blockbuster? Kind of a big place. I mean, everywhere you drove around Santa Cruz, you saw Blockbusters everywhere. I mean, we visit that place on a regular basis. Now, do you ever leave your home to get a video or get a movie rental? Scott, do you?
No, I can't remember the last time I rented a video. Redbox has come on board, but then Netflix is taken over that market in a large way. I think your observations are spot on. There are a number of companies that you wouldn't really have thought of that might be on the bubble that are truly on the bubble right now. Quiznos, they've reduced their number of stores by 100,000 stores from what they were 10 years ago. You're watching a company just dissipate. If you're not reinventing yourself in the market, then you're it's the end is near.
Well, another one that's two big ones that are having a really, really hard time, and they said this Christmas season was the one that was going to tell whether they're going to make it or not, is Sears is hurting really bad. I mean, you're talking about hundreds of years old company hurting. And then
where am I going to get my Toughskins?
The other one is Kmart. Kmart's hurting real bad too.
JCPenney's is on the brink right now.
Yeah. So all of those, and notice the three of those were all leaders and similar companies.
We talk about the message here. That's why you need to pay attention to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show every Thursday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. because we're going to let you know what's happening in our markets today and how you can stay on top of the trends and in the know so that you don't find out too late about what's really happening in either the real estate markets or the financial markets, because we bring in experts on a regular basis that give us the insight that you need to know. And that's what we learn from. And that's why we love doing the show every week. It's our favorite 2 hours of the week, because we get to enlighten, inform, and educate you on how to build and guide you towards personal and financial wellness. And that happens in a lot of ways.
Yeah, and we only have a couple of seconds, but I want to talk about the Fed meeting just real quick. So the Fed continued to taper. 2 months ago, all you heard was taper, taper, taper on all of our shows, which was, they're going to reduce financial stimulus to our marketplace based on the purchases of debt by the Fed. And they just made another reduction in that stimulus last month. So we're tapering. We're weaning away from the bottle, Don.
Yes, that's right. We had to cut us all off a little bit, but it has worked. It has helped keep the economy moving forward, or sustaining, let's put it that way, which is a good thing. That didn't happen in the 20s, and that's why we had a depression, not a great recession. So there's a big difference there. So today we're going to go over this wonderful campaign with Scott Hoolahan and the developmental person behind the boot campaign to help us all grow this great campaign and help our vets out. We're going to go in detail with what it's all about, what they do to give back, how you can give back, and why you need to get involved. And then the second hour, we're going to bring on Neil Weichel, #1 real estate professional in all of Santa Cruz, to give you the ins and outs of what to expect for 2014. So we have a great show ahead, Gino.
Very excited, Don. Looking forward to it, and I can't wait to hear some more.
All right. So you need to stay tuned to the Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220, KHTS. We'll be right back.